If you were born a rat, your eyes would work at roughly 1/30th the sharpness they do right now, and it wouldn't even matter because you'd barely use them. Right now, sight runs your entire understanding of the world. Take it away, and a human is helpless, but a rat isn't. Born a rat, you'd trade sharp eyes for a brain rebuilt almost entirely around 3 other senses, and you'd never even notice the loss because you'd be living in a world richer than the one you have now, just tuned to channels you currently can't access at all. Imagine walking through a pitch-black tunnel with no light at all and still knowing exactly where every wall, every gap, every rival is without seeing a single one of them. As a rat, you'd have around 30 thick sensitive hairs on each side of your snout, called whiskers, and you wouldn't just sit there with them. You'd sweep them back and forth against every wall, object, and surface up to 25 times a second. It's called whisking, and it's not passive. It's active scanning, like your fingertips reading Braille at high speed. In fact, a rat's whiskers are more sensitive than a human fingertip, building a full 3D map of a pitch-black tunnel without a single glance. As a human, smell is background noise. As a rat, it would be the main channel of information. Every surface, every rat that passed through a space, every trace of food would leave a scent layer you could read like a memory. Researchers at Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory found something remarkable. When a rat sniffs and whisks at the same time, the 2 senses lock into rhythm, smell and touch, working as one synchronized system, timed to the same beat. Rats can hear frequencies deep into the ultrasonic range, sounds far above what the human ear can register. And it's not just alarm calls. When rats play, they produce a specific 50 kilohertz chirp that scientists have identified as something close to laughter. As a rat, you'd be surrounded by a constant conversation happening in a register you as a human would never even know existed. But here's where it gets stranger. You'd think losing sharp vision would be a downgrade, but it's not a flaw. It's a trade. The rat brain devotes an enormous amount of its sensory cortex not to vision, but to the whiskers and forepaws specifically, some regions represented twice over. Evolution didn't give up on rats' eyesight by accident. It reallocated the brain's real estate toward the senses that actually kept them alive, navigating pitch-black burrows, detecting predators by vibration, finding food by scent trail. Your brain, as a rat, would be a completely different piece of architecture, not worse, just built for a different world. Neuroscientists studying this call it an old philosophical question. Can you ever really know what it is like to be a rat? Not perfectly, but their sensory biology tells us enough to know this. You wouldn't be living in a dimmer version of your world. You'd be living in a richer one, just tuned to frequencies and textures you currently can't access at all. You spend your whole life assuming sight is what makes a world real. But for a creature scanning a tunnel in total darkness, 25 whisks a second, reading scent trails like sentences, reality was never about seeing it. It was about touching it, smelling it, and listening for the chirp only they could hear.